Hello, princesses, and welcome back to Not Fit for Print Beauty with me, Rebecca. Today we are going to take a look at a brand new collection for summer from Charlotte Tilbury. This is the Charlotte Tilbury re-release of Lovegasm and the brand new Pinkgasm Sunset products. We're going to talk all about them and do a little demo, try them on. So let's get right into it. If you are used to watching my videos earlier in the morning, this is a Charlotte product pinch hitting for a Victoria Beckham beauty product. I'll explain later in the video when I do a little bit of housekeeping about what's up and coming. All right, so we have the re-release of the Charlotte Tilbury Lovegasm palette. This is the original right here. You know I have all things Charlotte, but it has been re-released for $75, which was its original price as well. And there's a lot of speculation if it's a reformulation or just a re-release. It seems to be, with current knowledge, just a re-release, but you can let us know your thoughts, of course, down below. This is an interesting palette. It was released alongside the lighter version, which I have right here, called Lightgasm. So this is Lightgasm. Here is Lovegasm. This is the one that has been re-released. It seems to be just a re-release, not a reformulation, but you're welcome to give me any conspiracy theories. I'm happy to hear them. This had a lot of complaints from people that it didn't pick up on brushes. And here's the funny thing, you guys. I had no trouble with it picking up on brushes. I used undyed goat's hair. Maybe that's why, I don't know, but I had trouble more with the Nudegasm, a later release, not picking up. I had no trouble with this picking up, so take that for what. But anyway, we're going to look at that. Today it is just a re-release, but I am wearing it, and we are going to use it real quickly in our demo. But a lot of you might be here to see the new Pinkgasm Sunset. We have two releases there, which is the Beauty Light Wand in Pinkgasm Sunset and the Jewel Lips in Pinkgasm Sunset. The Jewel Lips were also released in a pink shade, kind of a Pinkgasm shade that hadn't been out before as well. But I thought we would focus mostly on Pinkgasm Sunset, which is a play off the Pinkgasm Light Wand that came out a while ago. And how many more times can we say the word gasm as adults and not be embarrassed? If I were teaching early on in my career, I actually had a stint teaching middle school, I would have an entire classroom full of people giggling right now. So maybe you're giggling at home. I don't know. All right, so let's take a look at these first on my arm in studio lighting. I'm going to put the Lovegasm, there we go with the class giggling again. I'm going to put the Lovegasm palette here on the left. Then we go to the Beauty Light Wand, and all the way towards my wrist, we have the Jewel Lips in Pinkgasm Sunset. Class, get yourself together. Stop giggling. Seriously, clearly you cannot be a YouTube creator and a middle school teacher at the same time. That just would not work, would it? And now let's see these a little better in the same order on my arm outside in the warm California sunshine. Same thing, we have Lovegasm on the left, and then the new Pinkgasm Sunset Beauty Light Wand, and followed by, all the way towards my wrist, the Jewel Lips Pinkgasm Sunset. Let's do some prices here. As I said, this is $75 in the re-release. The Lovegasm Beauty Light Wand in Pinkgasm Sunset is $42, and the Jewel Lips in Pinkgasm Sunset is $32. And I just realized we're about to go to the demo, and I am a little bit this morning because I had some trouble with an upload, which I'll tell you about after the video. But I realized that in my demo, I did not add in any of this bronzer. So let's kind of just add it onto the finished look, and then we'll go to the demo, because I realized I didn't do that. And this does have a bronzer in it. So I'm just going to warm up my face. I knew it was missing something. I can't even go about my day. Look at me. Honestly, if my head weren't attached. All right, there we go. So we added the bronzer after. It really does give it a nicer finished look. But for the rest of it, we're just crazy around here today. For the rest of it, we're going to go right now to the demo. Okay, let's dive in. It's been a while since I've used Lovegasm, and to be honest with you, it feels a little bit like the return of an old friend. And I know that's strange to refer to makeup as a friend, but I bet you can relate. There's certain looks that we always love, and when we forget about them for a while, it almost hurts. I'm going to start actually with using this palette on the eyes, believe it or not, and I'm going to just go in and do a little bit of the bronzer here in the crease, just because it's a nice matte shade And I love this as a entire face palette, not just cheeks. And so I'm using some rougher brushes and switching right now just to get a little bit of smokiness under the eye. And then I'm going to use that same brush, no need for brush laundry, to just go in right here and just kind of darken the edge with this shade right here. I love these. I just don't have any trouble with these picking up, and I just wonder if they were manufactured differently. This is, of course, the original palette. This is not the reissue, because you know I pretty much have everything Charlotte. And I just don't have trouble with it picking up. I don't see what others are talking about. Going to use this golden shade here in the center. We will also combine the two highlights with our brand new Beauty Light Wand. And let's just get a little bit of that onto the center of the eye. Just really pretty as an eye look. And let's do a little bit of blush as well. This is a very glowy blush, of course. So we'll just do this shade here just gently as a blush because it's going to work so well with the new wand. Yeah, so this just never had trouble for me picking up. Maybe it's goat's hair. If you have the original, try a goat's hair brush. Maybe that was the issue. I don't know. I just never had trouble. It's a very glowy blush, which I am, of course, overdoing just for you guys to see. I just thought it would be fun to do it together, and this is how I tend to wear it. So we already have a lot of glow going on, but it doesn't show any texture or pores, I'm happy to say. All right, let's dig in now to the newer items, which is really what we're all here for. Here is the Jewel Lips Pinkgasm Sunset. There's two of these again. Let's try this on. Oh, that is really pretty. And of course, the other new Jewel Lips is a little pinker. That is very pretty. I have never been the biggest fan of Charlotte Tilbury's lip gloss products, but I do tend to also rely on them. Her lip oil, for instance, I was never interested in, but I admit I use it every morning. So this is kind of an oil look as well, and it is indeed very pretty, especially as you see with the whole overall Lovegasm look. I can't complain. It is a very, very pretty lip look. And now the star of the show, of course, is this new Pinkgasm Sunset Beauty Light Wand. Now remember, as I always tell you, because forever ago I learned the hard way, you do have to twist, squeeze the product out, twist again to close. Okay, now we can do 1 dot, 2 dot, 3 dot. What does Charlotte say? Day, evening, disco. I'm all about the disco even in the day. So let's go ahead. Well, it's pretty bright here. So let's just start with 1 right now. And I can go ahead and use this brush. I can use my hands. This is definitely one of her light wands that's also a blush, as you see. And I layered it over the Lovegasm blush, as you know, but you could also kind of, if you wanted to, you could also layer the blush over it. You're going to get pretty glowy. So I might recommend, if you don't want to glow from the heavens, I might recommend that you pair this, rather than with the Lovegasm, with a matte blush of your choice, Charlotte or not. But as you can see, especially when I worked it onto the eyes, as you can see, it's really, really pretty. And I'm happy to put some more of the Lovegasm powder blush over it, but I gotta tell you, it's gonna get ridiculous and theatrical at that point. I have overdone it already just for the camera, and as you see, that enough is enough. But please understand that you can go ahead and do this layer first. You can do the light wand just as on the high points and do blush on the rest, but I kind of recommend a matte blush or it's going to get a little bit silly. All of that being said, please do what you want. It's makeup. There are no rules at all. And this is very, very pretty, but I recommend it either as a glowy blush for those with light to medium skin tones. And if you have a deeper skin tone, it would indeed be a lovely highlighter. But really for all of us, it's kind of a blush topper highlighter, and it is very pretty, especially combined, as you see, with the Lovegasm or Lightgasm if you still have it. Okay, some show notes coming up before I leave you. I've got a lot of good stuff coming up in the next few days. We have the new Hourglass coming up, the new Dyson Air Straight hair straightener that goes from wet to dry. We're going to compare that to GHD. That's coming up. I have got the new Give products coming up. I have got new Jones Road powders, new Victoria Beckham Beauty stylist, the contour stylist, which is actually up for today. And the reason my video was not out at its normal time is the darn thing wouldn't upload. So I've got to see what's up. Actually, Charlotte is pinch hitting today for the Victoria Beckham Beauty. We'll figure that out. I've got new Lawless Beauty, the brand new watermelon collection, and really a bunch of other new things. I'm leaving some stuff out. I'm just getting overwhelmed because we've got so much good new stuff coming up. Plus brand features and all the stuff that you know I like to do on my channel. These are really, really pretty. Let me know down below how you guys feel. This is what makes us a community. Talk to me about how you feel about Lovegasm and Lightgasm. A lot of people told me they wished she had re-released Lightgasm instead, and of course Nudegasm, which for me didn't pick up on any brushes. And this is the one that for most, I don't know if they formulated it differently. Did you order a second one accidentally? And are there any differences between your original and your second? Are you returning it? Are you keeping it? Did you get this light wand? How do you use these? Do you use these as a blush topper, a highlighter? I would love to know, what are your thoughts on the Charlotte lip gloss products? This really is quite a pretty shade. Easy to wear, but going into kind of orangey red. It's really nice, but I really would like to hear what you guys say, as that is indeed what makes us a community. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. I sure hope that you did. If you haven't already done so, make sure that you subscribe to this channel with so much good stuff coming up. I don't want you to miss it. Come say hello over on Instagram and TikTok too. And don't forget that you can become a bigger member of this YouTube community by becoming a member, an actual member, or by giving super thanks. But in any way that you choose to be here, I am just thrilled to see you, and I look forward to seeing you all in the next video. Bye-bye.